The two enemies of human happiness are pain and boredom. Life is a constant process of dying. Man is the only animal who causes pain to others with no other object than wanting pleasure for himself. The wise have always said the same things, and fools, who are the majority, have always done just the opposite. The greatest and most important problems of life are all fundamentally insoluble. To be happy at home is the ultimate result of all ambition. The first 40 years of life give us the text, the next 30 supply the commentary. The greatest of follies is to sacrifice health for any other kind of happiness. Man is a genius when he is dreaming. The possession of knowledge does not kill the sense of wonder and mystery. There is always more mystery. Happiness is a state of mind, not a state of circumstances. Life is a constant process of dying. There is only one inborn error, and that is the notion that we exist in order to be happy. There is no absurdity so palpable but that it may be firmly planted in the human head if you only begin to inculcate it before the age of 5, by constantly repeating it with an air of great solemnity. Every possession and every happiness is but lent by chance for an uncertain time, and may therefore be demanded back the next hour. Every man takes the limits of his own field of vision for the limits of the world. We forfeit 3/4 of ourselves in order to be like other people. Ordinary people merely think how they shall spend their time, a man of talent tries to use it. The world is my representation. Mostly it is loss which teaches us about the worth of things. It is difficult to find happiness within oneself, but it is impossible to find it anywhere else. The more unintelligent a man is, the less mysterious existence seems to him. The art of not reading is a very important one. It consists in not taking an interest in whatever may be engaging the attention of the general public at any particular time. Change alone is eternal, perpetual, immortal. Our business is not to see what lies dimly at a distance, but to do what lies clearly at hand. The greatest happiness you can have is knowing that you do not necessarily require happiness. Happiness is not an ideal of reason, but of imagination. Talent hits a target no one else can hit. Genius hits a target no one else can see. To live alone is the fate of all great souls. The person who writes for fools is always sure of a large audience. The wise have always said the same things, and fools, who are the majority, have always done just the opposite. Men are the devils of the earth, and the animals are the tormented souls. A man can be himself only so long as he is alone, and if he does not love solitude, he will not love freedom, for it is only when he is alone that he is really free. Mostly it is loss which teaches us about the worth of things. Every man takes the limits of his own field of vision for the limits of the world. It is difficult to find happiness within oneself, but it is impossible to find it anywhere else. The person who writes for fools is always sure of a large audience. One should use common words to say uncommon things. A sense of humor is the only divine quality of man. Treat a work of art like a prince, let it speak to you first. Great men are like eagles, and build their nest on some lofty solitude. No rose without a thorn but many a thorn without a rose. Hope is the confusion of the desire for a thing with its probability. Marrying means to have one's rights and double one's duties. If we suspect that a man is lying, we should pretend to believe him, for then he becomes bold and assured, lies more vigorously, and is unmasked. Reading is thinking with someone else's head instead of one's own. Music is the melody whose text is the world.